Welcome once again to Matters Arising. It's my privilege, my honor to welcome you once again to the flagship talk show of Kaftan Television, Matters Arising, which comes to you from the Abuja studio of the station. And of course, Matters Arising focuses on international and national trending topics, which is usually analyzed by our team of in-house seasoned broadcast journalists. My name is Dayo Omogun.
My name is Ibelfort.
Ekaiti Boat is my name. Good evening.
Yeah, once again, we'll remind you, as we do all the time, that your role is very, very important, because this program is designed to be conversational, engaging, and incisive. And so your part is to ensure that within the course of the program you call in, so we can have your way in, so we can have that wisdom of yours that could just unlock the greatness, the hidden greatness of this nation, because we all dream of that dream Nigeria, and we're trusting that in the course of our engagements, solutions will be provided to the challenges of this nation, and our country will move forward to take its place, the proper place, in the Committee of Nations. And so this evening, what exactly are we talking about? One of the topics that's trending currently has to do with former President Goodluck Jonathan, who it looks like is becoming one very beautiful, attractive bride to politicians, and they're looking at the possibility of bringing him on board the race, the 2027 race right now. And so we're looking at the legal there are legal perspectives, there are moral issues, and there are political calculations, and all of this is what we intend to look at within this space of 60 minutes or less. And of course, you also have a part to weigh in. It would be beautiful to have a legal mind, a legal professional to join us on the program. It will be really good if we can have a lawyer call in to tell us exactly what it is, talking from the legal angle. But let me start a little. Now, former President Jonathan was ousted from power in 2015. That is no longer in debate. President Buhari took over from him, and one of the things probably that is still counting for Jonathan is the fact that even before the full count of votes, the moment he heard about some number of states, he just gave in and said, okay, yeah, he congratulated President Buhari. For some people, that was defeatist. For some people, that was democratic. Today, it's clear that he did the right thing in the eyes of the world, because that's the reason why he has elevated beyond the shores of Nigeria as an icon of democracy around the world. Now, so if you now begin to convince such a personality to come back down to national level, I have had to say somewhere before that it's something that he should not listen to at all. But already I'm having a rethink again. Because if you check the political calculations today, the North particularly will be interested, I think so, will be interested in a credible candidate like Jonathan to, if not anything else, to spite the current president. I speak that very measuredly. I mean, very with a high sense of responsibility. And don't forget that on this program, we speak for ourselves. We're not speaking on behalf of the station. So I say that with a whole lot of responsibility, but that's my belief. I had already said, don't ever contemplate, but I think that it might be something worth the attention of the former president, considering the current state of things. I'll leave it here for now, and I know that I have competent people to weigh in from this point.
Well, looking at the present political permutation, I think former President Goodluck Jonathan, who has now become like a role model in the political landscape. And I think for Jonathan names to be mentioned, he's now becoming, a beautiful bright, but a big threat to the other opposition, to the, should we call it the incumbent government. They feel he will cause disruption. In fact, for him directly, for someone like Wike, he's like, if Jonathan should come into this thing, I think there's going to be, a disruption about the political trajectory, about the calculation that he has committed. But but at times it's too early in the day. Politics at times is like you look at it, you read it, and then in the next, not hours, the next minute, something has taken even seconds. So at this moment, I think we are looking, Nigerians are looking, but Jonathan is a statesman now. And my candid opinion, as of today now, my advice is he should not go in there because he can be rubbish.
Correct. That was my original stand.
He will be rubbish because he's now a statesman in Africa, global space. How many Nigerians can do what Jonathan did currently? Can our current president accept defeat? Not to talk of currently, when you set up ADC today, and then it looks as if they're going up, suddenly problem comes up. You set up Labour Party, tomorrow after, you set up SDP. You now begin to wonder that then the hands of Jacob and
something is happening.
Something is happening. So you now like, look, yes, the current president is a professor of politics, but I don't think for someone like him we concede to such defeat, considering the way the election that brought him in and the way the thing took place is still not, and I don't see a precedent like the late Musa Rader saying the system that brought me in was faulty. I cannot vouch for this kind of precedent. Unfortunately, that's the reality.
Sure.
Because what I saw, I think I leave that. That's my case.
Well, for me, Jonathan's the speculation that former President Goodluck Jonathan is coming in to contest against the incumbent president. We had the same scenario in 2023, where there were speculations Jonathan was coming to contest under the platform. Some even said APC.
Right, I should join APC.
Yes,
correct.
Correct. I hope this is not one of those strategies too, because as it stands currently, the former President Goodluck Jonathan is yet to say anything as far as this speculation is concerned. And like what Ime just said, that he is presently, he serves as a role model. Exactly. And is a statesman, an elder statesman. For him not to be rubbish, that is advisable for him not to even start what cannot be finished. And I will still say this is these are mere rumors, these are mere speculations, these are assumptions, because the former president himself is yet to respond or react.
He actually his office responded.
And then the former First Lady Patience Jonathan is somebody that, as far as the former president is concerned, she has a whole lot of influence on him. And I think early this year at a function where she said, I even watched that video recently, I think 2 days ago, where she said no matter what, she wouldn't like to go back to Asura, but she's enjoying her life, she's enjoying her peaceful life, which she is not at that point she said she was not ready to sacrifice that just to go back to Aso Rock, that she was enjoying her peace. And you know, that statement is as if, for me, she indirectly spoke the mind of the husband, the former president, Goodluck Jonathan. So as it is, for me, this is a mere rumor. These are speculations, and it could equally be a strategy just to dissuade some persons from coming out to contest. Like somebody said, let's watch out, time will tell. But for me, I think it's not too early, even if, because some people are saying it's quite early for people to begin to make some moves. For me, it's not early, but I can't conclude. We can't conclude. Let's wait and hear what the former president would say. But if at the end of the day the former president accepts and comes out to contest, I think that alone, for me, he will be one of the best persons to be able to stand and face the incumbent president. For me,
good points made by both of you, but there are some very critical issues that must be brought into contemplation as we consider this matter, and one of them has to do with the legal perspective. And Festus Keyamo, it was this morning in one of the papers, who was saying PDP risks loss of candidacy if they field Goodluck Jonathan, that there's a law in a constitutional provision that says you can only be sworn in as president twice, and which has happened to Mr. Goodluck Jonathan. But you see, I think that the law is it's not dogmatic. I think that the law is dynamic, and I think that the law will want to look at all the details in a matter to be able to take a stand, because then you will need to ask, on those two occasions, what were the surrounding circumstances? On one occasion, he completed somebody else's tenure as president, just 2 years. Now, because the law did not envisage a situation like that, the appropriate conditions and the appropriate scenarios, the appropriate fallouts of such a scenario was not contemplated, and so it's not provided for. Now we have such a situation on our hand, and I think that right now even the National Assembly should be legislating to capture such a scenario, because we have now experienced it. It's like what happened when the Yaradua died, and the National Assembly had to create a doctrine of necessity. So I do not think that it is, because every law should, as much as possible, be fair
and flexible.
Yes. And you shouldn't make a law that is laughable. You shouldn't make a law that seems to be targeted at any particular person. This will seem to be targeted, if it's applied the way it is, it will seem to be targeted at Mr. Goodluck Jonathan. And so I think that it is about time that maybe that should even be tested in court right now. If the PDP is interested in fielding Goodluck Jonathan, they should take the matter to the Supreme, make sure that the Supreme Court makes a pronouncement on it so that can be clear. But again, we have a problem in this country. The wheel of the law, the wheel of justice grinds very slowly. You could start that and it never ends before 2027. Yeah, it is itching to get into the parade.
You see, the 2027 permutation, one, Festus is just being, let me use the word sarcastic and political.
Is concerned that that's a major candidate that can stage,
the president.
Correct.
Number one, remember, it's like the saying goes, what goes round comes around. It was this same Jonathan, these same people in government that said that he was not doing well. He wanted to introduce subsidy. But if you take look back, a little bit of history, a bag of rice in Jonathan's tenure was
8,000 naira.
7,500, 7,000 naira. Today, I mean, I don't think we have a middle class any longer. And then today's bag of rice, 130,000 naira. Today, when they said Jonathan wanted to remove subsidy, fuel was how much then? 87 or there are 85.
And they were to take it to around whether 120 or something.
You know, now, if they had told you, or a prophet had told you that fuel in 2025 will be 1,000, then he now goes ahead to say 1,000 and something, or 900. You say, no, it can't happen. But it is happening. I think it is high time and there is strong hardship. In Jonathan's tenure, you can fly Lagos Abuja with 50,000 naira.
It was even 15,000.
15,000, you can fly.
It was even 15.
Yeah.
Okay, now, you can fly with 15,000 naira. But as of today, hey, excuse me, Lagos Abuja, Lagos, you need to have at least nothing less than half a million naira. That is killing. And you see, when you now do inflation index, that are GDP growth and all those stuff, and economic index analysis, my question is always this: how does that vulcanizer, that woman selling bully, that man and the feelings, that barber, how much? I mean, I went to a shop where I was told I should barb my hair with 15,000 naira when I'm not a woman.
15,000 naira.
15,000 naira. They told me I can afford it. I said, how? He said, that is the way I look. I said, really? Then, I mean, you could have barbing to barb. Then I saw another place, 7,000. I saw another place, 5,000, 6,000. So I said, why? He said, sir, no, this thing is not getting fuel.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw this same present government, how somebody will ride this keke tricycle,
right?
Then he will now have a small gallon of fuel, rationing it just to pour. I said, why can't they say no, sir? We are applying this Tinubu government. I mean, I am beginning to have said, so the man is so conscious of the fact that, look, this well must generate this amount of money. If it doesn't generate it,
then there's a problem.
There's a problem.
Yeah.
And then if this fuel does not generate it, then then getting back home becomes worrisome. I think the issue is, if we want to be in governance, our leaders should be sincere. Do we really have those true leaders that really wants to serve? Because her politics is transactional. I mean, it goes for the highest bidder. If it goes for the highest bidder, so at the end of the day, and you now begin to say, look, so Festus, what he's saying, he's just trying to be political, because they say a law. I mean, there was a court pronouncement on that matter. So I think the fear of Jonathan now is the beginning of
this number's been calling, so let's attend to him. Hello.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah, my name is Mohammed from Abuja.
Mohammed, you're welcome to Motas Horizon. How are you doing today?
Thank God.
Great.
Today.
All right.
Not to waste our time.
Right.
This shouldn't be arguments. If we are trying to speak the building law, that means we are trying to push Jonathan to do the wrong thing. Let's not be sincere with ourselves. He himself is aware. Nobody is targeting him. It's what is their cack-off. Let's face reality. Politician. I would never be. But I'm in Nigeria, which I pray and I want the best of our country. It's a cack-off. They are aware of this together. It's what all of them are involved. For having to be someone like when you try to propose 3 times. Without it works, right? Nobody will say anything. But when they go against him there, nothing happens. That 2 years is something they proposed for their own service interest there. They never knew maybe someone was going to die before this, was going to die before, was going to die before this. But as he took over from there as well, they believe the election that took him is for both of him and Jonathan. I mean, both of him and Jonathan. So that's why they said that year, that's why it's best for me to stay in that way. But secondly, about this propaganda here and there, who is coming or not coming, he himself is aware. They are not using another way to divert people mind from what is good, as in to think of what is good. I'm not in support of the present government, whether it's doing good or not. You don't listen tomorrow.
Point blank, Mr. Mohammed, are you saying that you are in support of his comeback, or you are not? Let's have it point blank.
The point there is that it's coming back as the solution to the problem of that.
Great. Okay, so you don't think that he's the solution to the challenge? Thank you, Mohammed. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. Now, so it's important to look at the morality, it's important to look at the legality, and it's important to look at the political calculations. And I'm going to go to the political calculations right now. Kaite, don't mind me. It looks like, but you'll come in very shortly. Now, today, clearly, the North, whether you like it or not, I feel somehow that it's sounding as if we're all headed in on the same side, but it's not deliberate. I'm speaking for myself. Ime is speaking for himself. Ekaite is speaking for herself. The truth is that as of today, the North doesn't seem to be enjoying the best of times under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I'm sure that even his own strategists can see the handwriting clearly. And you can see that's why some of their real leading lights are not with Tinubu right now. Whether you like it or not, somebody like El Rufai is somebody who is massively loved in the North. Forget about some shenanigans and all that. There's a way the North loves their people. And when they do, they are ready to go all out for such persons. I'll take this so that we don't lose it. Hello?
Yes?
Hello?
I'm calling from Kefi, Matara State.
What's your name?
Ruben Dogo.
Ruben Dogo. How are you doing today? Let's have your take quickly.
I'm fine.
Right.
So I'm advising that President Jonathan should come back. Let him just go home and dignity.
Okay.
Because they know that are betrayers. So they cannot take him. Because the people who disappoint him in 2015, they are the ones suffering today.
All right.
So they are all political betrayers.
All right.
The northern region.
All right. Thank you so much, Ruben. Now let's quickly fast track on what I was saying. Now, clearly, if a Jonathan candidacy comes up, the South will be divided. Where currently it looks as if, I hope it's not any issue that I am mentioning names, where clearly it looks as if Wike has a whole lot of influence currently. Now, clearly there will be some division, there will be a huge fight in the South, and most likely it will be in the favor of Goodluck Jonathan. Put a Jonathan side by side with a Wike or whoever Wike's principal is, there's a clarity that Jonathan is likely to win. Because again, there are areas where Jonathan looks like he was cheated, quote and unquote, out of power. So they probably want to give it back to their son. If you also go to the Southeast, I think that 70% of the Southeast will gladly go behind a Jonathan Goodluck because again, I have learned that politics in Nigeria is not necessarily about performance, because again, if you look at it currently, and let's be honest about this, I think that the government is doing a whole lot of things in the Southeast, roads and all that. I think that the road infrastructure is getting there, especially because of the influence of Umahi. But that may not be enough to sway the votes. That may not be enough to sway the politics in favor of the incumbent, especially again when you see emerging scenarios like Simon Ekpa being imprisoned in Finland, and then the likely consequence of that on the what's his name now? Nnamdi Kanu here. So, and especially considering the sentiments that have brewed over time because of the delayed incarceration of Nnamdi Kanu. Even when a court had clearly pronounced, I think 2 or 3 years back, that he should be released. Now, so these are some of the calculations. And then if you also consider the fact that even right in Kano, which is one of the swing states in the north, major swing state in the north, there doesn't seem to be a totality of confidence or votes for the APC. There's a huge Kwankwaso factor there that caused NNPP to win, and that factor has not can go whichever way. So if the PDP can sway the Kwankwaso factor in its favor, that's a huge one there. And I already talked about the fact that Rivers, there will be a huge fight in Rivers. Bayelsa will be clearly a Jonathan place. It's most likely that an Edo place will go to Jonathan. It's most likely that where's the South again now? Tell me. Akwa Ibom. Akwa Ibom is likely to go the way of Jonathan in spite of the APC governorship there, and so on. So, and then if you now take a major portion of the north, rethinking, the huge bulk of the Christians in the north are likely to vote in Jonathan, and some of the northerners are likely to say, we hurt this man. And when they consider his humility in leaving power without making any fuss, those are factors that may really count in favor of Goodluck Jonathan, and it's something to watch out for. Let me take this and hello.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
I am just appreciating your analysis here.
Yeah, just before the appreciation, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Okay, I am Mr. Michael, calling from Kaduna.
Right, let's hear you.
Yes. I just want to confirm with the statement that you made.
Right.
Yes, in respect of Mr. Malam Erufai, that Malam Erufai is, receiving overwhelmingly in the north. Malam Erufai, as a governor, right from when he was the minister of SDP and as a governor, he has divided the north.
All right.
So, Kogena says that he is here and there that because of their political genius, nobody is receiving him as you are trying to express. Take an example of Kaduna State. He divided Kaduna State into two. And thank God for the incumbent governor who came in and, he was able to embrace every part of Kaduna and make it to one.
Right.
So the issue of saying Malam Erufai will have any power or any big deal to do with the coming of or maybe to make Jonathan not to go about anything. That is, don't forget about that one. Only that I'm saying that Jonathan will never come in because he will respect his integrity. Jonathan can, I will even, me myself speaking, I will never allow that gentleman to come back again. To
come and suffer.
Because Jonathan has created a very, very, very record that in this country nobody has ever done.
And don't forget the current. I think he may made that point. Don't forget that the current incumbent is not going to go down without a very terrible fight. It's not it's not like Jonathan. So all that has to be factored in. Let's hear it from Ekaite.
Yes, I want to continue make a point from where you stopped, talking about political calculation. There are insinuations that Goodluck Jonathan might come in to contest. My question is, under which platform?
All right. Most likely the PDP, yeah.
Because like you mentioned earlier, we all know Wike is still in PDP. So for, like somebody said, he wouldn't advise him to come and get himself embarrassed, except, if Jonathan is coming, is assumed, because as it stands, it's still an assumption.
Yeah.
As we people are assuming that Jonathan might come to contest under the platform of PDP. It will be even very, very cumbersome for him to even get to the point of giving the ticket.
Why do you think so?
Because, mind you, this is Wike's party, and as we all know, Wike is in allegiance with the present.
That's the most terrible. Wike's party.
That's his party, PDP.
Yes,
isn't
okay,
it?
okay.
So,
when you said it, like maybe he owns the party.
no,
Okay.
he is still in that party,
Oh,
and
sure,
you
yes.
know, as it stands, for me, I still feel he's one of the strongest as far as PDP is concerned right now. Let's be frank, except if Jonathan decides to move to some other party, it will be very, very easy for him to get the ticket. But if he is, if probably he has it at the back of his mind to come out and contest, it will be very, very difficult for him to even get that ticket. Because, you know what I'm saying? So, because you said something, if he comes to contest, the vote in South
Will be,
will be divided.
Sure.
But I'm assuring you, if he has that interest, if he's not in that interest, it wouldn't even get to that point. He wouldn't even get that ticket in the first place. So, except for me, it's my own opinion, because, you know, they wouldn't even allow that to happen
because they know the power of such a ticket.
That is what I'm trying to say.
Frustrated by all means.
Frustrated.
I agree, it's
so,
possible.
Except if probably he's ready to join probably ADC or maybe any other party, Labour Party, or something.
If they can succeed in frustrating him out of the candidacy of PDP, they will also do it in other parties.
No, but it will be difficult.
It will be
but as far as Wike is concerned, you know, with his affiliates and all that in that party, it will be very, very difficult for Jonathan to even emerge as the flag bearer of that party.
All right, let's take this just before we go on. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. That's Ola, is it?
My name is Ola from Lagos.
Great. Welcome.
Good evening, good evening, good evening.
Good evening, Comrade Ola.
Right.
Let me start from what Festus Keyamo said. You know, Festus Keyamo, for some time now, he has moved from being an activist to a politician fully.
Sure.
So, and whatever you hear from the Festus Keyamo, in terms of advising Jonathan based on the legality, it's like you are playing, it's like a club. Arsenal playing with Man U, and because Man U know that Arsenal will beat them, their coach is now telling Arsenal coach that don't use a particular injured player because we are the star player. Now, what is your business with the player that person wants to use? Just because you know that is where the strength lies. So what he has said, number one, is not in order because there has been amendment on that particular judgment. Number two, there was a time that he was saying that Peter Obi has become this, he should not join them on ADC because he will not use him. He practically become the spokesperson of all the opposition, which I have said it on this platform, that anyone that will contest with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you must run away from, I mentioned since that day, number one, you must run away from anything that has to do with court case.
Yeah, I remember.
It is everywhere that any opposition that have a case with this current judiciary, we are not in Ghana that they can suspend or suspend their chief justice. This is Nigeria. If you have a case, go and check all the cases that opposition have with APC. The APC won all those cases, up to the one that the governor took to, that they took to court on behalf of River State. Up to now, Supreme Court has not given judgment. So you must do away from that's why I agree with Mr. Dai when he said the case can prolong to 2027.
Exactly.
So do away from case. Number two, if you are going to contest with these people, the incumbents, they are desperate. I said you don't have one spokesperson. You must have a team of effective spokesperson that will be taking on this government on every. This government practically employ Rader mockery. Peter Obi alone, don't be abusing him. Another process is either he leave or whatever happened to him. That because so then all of them have been employed that face anything that will make this election of Tinubu not to come to peace. So anyone that will contest Tinubu, you should not have just one spokesperson. That's why I always disagree with Atiku. You cannot be in Dubai and be telling us you want to contest. When APC want to finish PDP, they all stood their ground with line one man. Whether it's propaganda, whether it happens, whether it does not happen.
PDP will never forget Lai Mohammed.
Until the thing sank into Nigeria's mind that PDP, even when Jonathan was performing, because I really enjoyed the analysis of that my brother in the green suit. In fact, when he was analyzing and picking those points of Jonathan, I was writing them down. He picked on well, then I wrote it down. He picked on right, I wrote it down. So if you look at somebody of that pedigree, you will know that there's someone that has come. But that time, they put ahead propaganda that they turn the stomach of Nigerians negatively and the mindset of Nigeria to make Jonathan
look bad.
President.
Yeah.
And why? So sort anyone that will do that now. You need a garment of spokesperson that will take them.
All right. Ola, you are going to have to run through the other points quickly because we're leaving you with just about 15 seconds or so.
In my own opinion,
Yeah.
I would have advised if I see Jonathan one-on-one in the same room, please, in my own opinion, don't contest, support Peter Obi. Why? Peter Obi already have organic supporter. Jonathan seems to be too gentle and simple for this kind of government. These kind of government are not the kind of government that you not have an organic supporter that support Peter Obi, that they can really take them on everything, that they can really say we are going to stand in the court, we are going to stand in the polling booth, we are going to follow it up and it happens 2023, that even in the parlor, in the Kenya, that Tinubu voted Peter Obi, I would have asked Jonathan, don't go to PDP. Wike, like Kaji said, Wike has made up his mind that since he did not become the presidential candidate in 2023, since he called 19 times, according to this guy, he will be lying. That he called 19 times to become vice president, and he didn't get it. That PDP wreck. So nothing will come out for PDP with Wiki. Anybody that go to PDP, you are just listening because he will make sure that.
So quickly, that's where we're going to hold it down with you. So quickly, you agree with Ekaete that he should, if at all he has to contest, he should use another vehicle, right?
Another vehicle like that.
All right, thank you, Ola. Thank you, Ola. Yeah.
Very interesting.
Right.
It will be.
Now, you see, in this government, there's a trust deficit in our justice system. You know, trust deficit in where you now see where the cases, the way it has been going on. In fact, it's a slogan. Oh, please go to court. You know, and then you go to court and you begin to ask. At times I sit down that I reflected those days. When you sit down with the like of late Justice Oputa, late Justice Ademola Adetukumbo, late Justice Adefaras, you know, late Justice Akinola Aguda. These were eminent juries. I mean, when you see these men, I don't think those men wore agbada. And when you see them in a function, it's rare. And then you will see a table for justice. I think I can remember way back then when late Justice Ademola Adetuba passed on in Victoria Island, there was a table just for them. We were seeing them as noblemen with their so just sitting down. But today, what can we say about our justice system? Look at Simon Kwe in Finland. See how his case has been treated. Look at Nnamdi Kanu here. It's like the case keep adjoining and all those stuff. So the present system, there's lack of trust. There's lack of, whatever Wike is doing now in the PDP. The question is like, what's happening to APC now with Jonathan? What goes around will always come around. But he has to be careful. He has to be careful. Even if you are fitting for the system, there's a way the system too, will call you to order. Maybe he might not know. Maybe he's aware, but he's enjoying the paraphernalia of it and is benefiting from it. But as for President Goodluck Jonathan, his story is like a stone, which was rejected.
That the builders rejected.
The builders rejected. Is now becoming
the head corner.
The head corner. I wish Jonathan could sit down with Peter Obi and now have a formidable team and now tell Nigerians, this is the man we should follow. And when they see that, they can now see that there will be a lot of change and things will begin to happen. Nigerians are not asking for so much. The basic Maslow hierarchy of needs.
That's all.
Exactly.
That's all.
Just
and give us food. Just give us
basic Maslow hierarchy of needs. I leave the table for Ekate, so that you could, continue.
Can I take this?
Call, yes.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, I'm Hamza Adamu, she's calling from Mina.
Hamza Adamu Wushishi. Are you the owner of Wushishi? All right, go quickly. Go quickly to your point.
Anyway, let me go straight to
Yeah.
Actually, I have prepared this discussion.
He said what?
And honestly, Jonathan as a hero, some of us see him as a true nationalist. We look among these politicians, these contemporary politicians, and the video means he is a true nationalist who have the citizen of this country at heart. Supporting Nigerians and all Nigerians to back, to support, regardless of the machinery of the kind of country. So honestly, Nigerians are looking forward to seeing Jonathan as the president as far as possible.
Thank you very much. Well, Mamza has just spoken. You can also call in 002993835 is the number. And it's email who wants to go. But just before you go, I think it's important to. I'm saying all this with a whole lot of caution because it will be very disastrous to have Jonathan contest and lose.
Yes.
It will mean a fall from grace. It will mean from a fall. I mean, it will be like, how are the mighty falling? Okay, now let's take this. It's their program. Hello?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Good evening. Welcome.
Yemi Asaju is my name. I'm calling.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Ashaju, for calling in.
I greet our other analysts in the house.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Good evening.
If I have the ears of the former president, Jonathan, I will advise him not to run. One, what happens to his statesmanship or his personality if he contests and lose?
Right.
Now, the PDP Jonathan led in 2014 or 2015.
It's not the PDP of today
that we have around now.
Correct.
And the state of the nation's economy at that time is not the same thing as we have it now. And we may not likely have it like that in 2027. So the expectation will be too high. And where he cannot
Meet
do
up.
what the people expect, Nigerians, they will rubbish him. They will rubbish him. Now, people are talking about Peter Obi. Peter Obi is a pretender.
Wow.
He's not the type of person we want as far as the presidency of this country is concerned. Peter Obi is a pretender. We have the antecedent.
Mr. Shaju, let's elaborate a little bit about his pretentiousness.
You said?
Let's elaborate. I mean, give us some little light on why you say he's a pretender. Give one or two instances of his pretentiousness.
The Bible says, by their fruits you will know them.
Okay.
I don't want to say anything that will rubbish anybody's personality on television.
All right, go on.
But
Right.
the Bible says, by their fruits you will know them.
Right.
If I have the ears of Jonathan, I will ask him
Not to run.
I
All right.
told you on this same station sometimes ago that money is going to play a lot of role in 2027 elections. Now, President Tinubu has his tentacles in virtually all the political parties in Nigeria. More PDP governors may likely defect from PDP, I don't know, to any party they will be going to. So, if Jonathan is going to contest under PDP, which may not likely be, I doubt it much if he will have the ticket. So, for him to remain the statesman he is, that he's so much respected for, he should just take to advice and be eating his whatever food is eating.
Okay. All right, Mr. Shaju. Thank you.
Yes, yes.
Thank you so much. He's a regular caller, usually very, very articulate and
From
passionate.
Lagos or where?
Yeah.
Where's it calling
From Ilorin.
Ilorin, okay.
And he calls on the polity, at least every single time I'm on the polity, he calls and
Okay.
does fantastic analysis. But I'm going to come back to one of the things he said. Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Welcome, sir.
This is Comrade Ijale Olufemi from Obakuko.
How's Bakoko today?
So we thank God we're okay here.
All right then. So let's hear you.
Okay here.
Let's hear you.
Let me tell you that I want to come out as the next president. If Jonathan is trying to come out, I will come out. One party that never mentioned. What is there is that as a platter of gold, Jonathan should go and sit down. The people that they are saying now that let the Messiah come out, they will be saying let that Judas be killed. So it is better for him because he has did his best when he was on the race. But nowadays, if people are calling him to come back again, that should not be taken. To him, if he loves himself. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Comrade Ijale. But Donald Trump lost out and came back and is doing fantastically well for his American people. Why don't we think that can be replicated around here? Well, Ashadu said something. Oh, okay, I'll take this call. I've been expecting that you should call. Hello.
Hello.
How are you today?
We thank God. We thank God, my brother.
Your name is?
Udo from Baisa.
All right, okay. Udo. Okay,
Good evening, Sister Kaite and
Good evening, Udo from Bayelsa.
God is helping us.
Okay.
We are hungry.
You don't sound hungry. Go quickly to the point. You don't sound hungry. You sound very strong.
Yes, I want to challenge the second to the last. I said the Obi is pretentious. A pretender. That's not the word he should use. Tell me anybody that's reading today that is an angel. What do you mean? Has he not ruled him Anambra State? And it's what he did is there to speak for him. So what is he present? Tell me any angel that is there. Those who condemn APC, are they not the one ministers today? Those who protested those days, what have they done? What have they done?
Differently.
So let's keep that one apart. Thank God they didn't further to make some statements against himself. So what I want to say is this. I wonder whether these politicians, do they have family members at all?
I know that, let me tell you, my beloved Goodluck Jonathan will never come and disgrace himself. I love that man, so he will never do it. You know, you mentioned 3 points about voting. Legality, morality, and the political issue. You see, legality and morality has been cancelled. That's why we're saying they are just going political way. That's all. Where's the morality there? Legality. Many people in power today, if you follow through legality, electoral law, should they be in power? Sincerity and honesty. Okay, just imagine the election that took place in Rivers State. 23 local governments. Rivers State is not APC. On APC won 20 local governments. And INEC announced it. Who voted there? Work on the state of Rivers State and make inquiry, ask people. Whether it's animal or paper, who voted now?
Yeah. Well, Udo, let me quickly respond to that. Udo, let me respond to that. I think that this is one lesson every Nigerian must take home.
No, we don't discuss some things in the air. Don't go too deep on that issue.
Yes, but wait. I think this is very important because the future is loaded with those kind of landmines. Now, if you boycott an election, you have lost the election. Do we agree on that? One of the things.
In morality and legality, when you say lost the election, on the morality has to do with human emotions, feelings, and all the sincerity and honesty. It's not what morality comes from.
Yes. But you agree with me?
That one now. Morality.
In today's world.
Sample opinion now.
In today's world, legality trumps morality. Do you agree with that? Legality will always take precedence over morality. No.
Now, listen to me.
All right.
Okay. Those who made the law, it's not from morality they give us law.
That's what it's supposed to be, yeah?
Now, you define law by morality. Every law has an intention to achieve. Is it not true?
True.
Before somebody give law, don't do, there's a morality. It's the morality that controls legality. But today, legality is more controlling morality. Somebody can steal now and go to court. The thief will become what?
All right, Udo. Udo, we're confined by time.
So what I'm saying is that in the recent, let me tell you, I am telling you that my beloved president is not even
it will not. All right, let's leave it there, Udo. Yeah, we need to begin to round up. I think we can take just a few seconds before we go. Yeah, just to round up.
Just to round up on this, just for us to know that in Nigerian politics, posterity will judge you if you're in politics just for your self-aggrandizement, and then or you are to serve your people. But remember that at every point in time, when you are in government and you have the privilege to serve, please serve well, because there comes a time you will sit down, you will now begin to write your memo, and then begin to write some books about what you did. But those times, by then, your hands will be feeble, you'll be old age, and then history might not join you and will not be kind with you. But on that note, I will just ask our beloved President Jonathan to just remain calm and enjoy his life and be a statesman.
Honestly, I think that this is triumph. The mere fact that the society is looking for him again should satisfy him, and maybe he should just stay away. You know, that's where I started from, that I think he should stay away. But again, when you look at several other, maybe he should get into the fray. But as we round up, Mr. Goodluck Jonathan, I think he should.
Mr. President, His Excellency.
All right. So at this point, it's good night from me.
Good night from me too. God bless Nigeria.
Good night. I remain a Kaite Ibot.
And as we say at Kaftan TV,
imagine a beautiful world.